Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Austin from Boss here at End Stuff Music, and today we're going to be going over the MS-3 multi-effect switcher system. So, what does it do? Well, one thing is, it switches, and it has effects built into it. It has about 120 built-in effects, actually. You heard a few of them, one of them being the delay. I also like to use compression, mainly for the tap parts, so you also heard some compression as well. And a little bit of chorus added in also. And those are effects that are all built into the MS-3. The thing that isn't built into the MS-3 that you heard was the overdrive pedal I decided to use, which is the yellow OD1X, and that was in loop 1. So basically the MS-3 in essence is a 3-loop switcher. So I have 3 effects loops that I can tie to switches and turn them on and off. That's pretty cool. That means that I can literally set one button to do a bunch of different things. And then the other thing is that I have 120 built-in effects to add to whatever 3 pedals I throw in there. Doesn't have to be Boss pedals thrown into the loops. It could be anything you want, literally anything you want. And that's pretty awesome. So to start, there's 2 sides to it. So to start, I was using a clean preset. So here's my clean preset. Has a little bit of reverb thrown on there, which is also built in. And then the second sound that you heard was a crunch tone. It sounds a little like this. Right? And then the third sound that you heard, I went back to my clean tone, but then I started adding effects. So one of the effects I added was some delay. And then the other effect that I added was chorus. So really, really cool sounding effects that I can use with the pedals that are already in my collection. A couple of really cool features that I've noticed that I really like about the MS-3. One is that it has this big, ginormous tuner on here, which is pretty cool. So I can, stay in tune and be in tune pretty easily. So that's one pedal that can come off my board that I don't need space for. The second thing that I like about it is that it also is stereo. So you can run stereo effects out of this, including the effects that are internal, which is cool. I can also tie in expression pedals. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I have an expression pedal off to the right side, and it's literally just controlling volume. But I can literally have it control anything I want, because the MS-3 is an entirely openly programmable platform. So for example, in this preset, I got a lot going on. So one is going to be Distortion. I have a harmonist that's built in that I'm using to get an octave sound. And then I have a phaser thrown on there, and I have some of the controls already on the expression pedal. So as I pull back on the expression pedal and hit a note, so you hear the phaser kind of stepping in a couple of different ranges and changing the rate at the same time that I'm changing the octave, which is pretty cool. So the sound you end up getting is like this. So you can get some really, really cool sounds and effects out of this thing that you wouldn't normally get from something else. So that's really cool. I can also tie in extra buttons to it to add more controls and more programmability. And then another thing it has is a USB port, so you can plug in that USB port into your Mac or Windows computer, and you can use the Boss Tone Central Studio app in order to edit all of your parameters. So instead of working on a 1/2 inch by 2 inch screen, you can work with a full 13-inch screen or whatever have you on your computer. Another thing I really like is that it also has MIDI built in as well, so this can send PC and CC data to, let's say, other MIDI pedals on your pedal board. And that's basically what entitles and encompasses MS-3. Again, all of the effects are completely reroutable, so you can route them around your overdrives or your pedals that you have thrown into the loops, as well as create over 200 different presets, as well as have different manual mode selections. So again, I have 2 modes. I have preset mode, which is basically I press one button, it turns on multiple effects. And then I also have a manual mode inside of each preset. And that manual mode can change per preset. So for example, in this clean tone, my manual mode buttons are chorus, delay, loop 1, which is the OD1X, and a univibe. Then in my lead section, which I turned on an overdrive pedal and some delay and reverb, Inside this manual mode, I now have a boost for solos, as well as a secondary control and a secondary control to add more overdrive. So again, really, really super easy platform. It literally cut my pedal board in half as far as saving space. And it sounds great, it plays awesome, and it's probably one of my favorite gigging tools right now. So once again, I am Austin from Boss here at nstuffmusic.com, and enjoy.